you should play sports. It's really fun. It's like really active, and you should try it. If they don't try it, they'll never see if they'll enjoy it at all. And sports are a really good thing for you. They're really helping you enjoy and get socialized with other kids, and just using teamwork to make yourself better at sports or whatever sport you want to do.
If you do sports, you'll feel better about yourself, like happy and more active and stuff like that. So yeah.
In Minneapolis, Minnesota, there's a chronic economic crisis that has caused the local school board to consider dropping some or all sports. The board has called for an open meeting with the community to discuss the issue, but first let's ask some of the local community members what they think. I'm here with Dalton, who's a student athlete, and I want to ask him, Dalton, what do you think about, what are your concerns when your school gets rid of sports?
Well, I know sports aren't everything in life, but if I had to go 4 years through high school without having sports, it would be a really hard time for me. But to me, sports teach dedication, commitment, hard work, leadership, and I just think that would be an important thing to have going through a high school career.
So would you transfer when your school decides to cut sports?
I would definitely consider it, yes. Just because I've played sports my whole life. I love sports. I'm always around them. So if the school that I was at didn't have that sport that I played, then it would definitely be something to take into consideration.
As a parent, how would getting rid of sports affect your family?
I think it would have a big effect on my family, especially the kids, obviously. Where they are in their lives right now, sports are really important to them, and they know it's not everything, but it really helps them get through certain phases of their lives, and it's something we do as a family. We always go to games, events, so our lives would definitely be really different without it.
If your children's sports were cut, would you take them to another school to play?
I think if it's something that they really wanted, I would, because where they are now, it's so important to them to be able to play the game that they love and be around people that they eventually get really close to. I'd take them somewhere else to play for sure. I'd consider it because I'd rather them end their athletic careers by choice rather than circumstance.
Why do you feel sports should or should not be cut in order to save the budget?
I think right now in our situation, we should dismiss sports because the first priority are academics and not sports, and also it's not likely that they become professional. So,
I mean, sports isn't all about just having fun. Sports can teach you many different things in life, and it all a list could be it keeps kids active. Emotional and physical outlets, valuable life lessons, and possibly could open up opportunities for collegiate and professional scouts.
What kind of response would you expect from the community if each of your suggestions were chosen?
I think students would be upset. I get that, and most of the athletic departments lose their jobs, but still, it's the right decision. When I don't know what else to cut when we need money, and the enrollment would decrease also. Yeah, but it's just temporary, so I think we are fine.
I mean, I think we should keep sports. Obviously, there's going to be a small minority that's going to be upset with the decision, but keeping sports just provides so many opportunities for the kids in the classroom and outside of the classroom, and I just think that is the best way to go.
It would be beneficial to get rid of sports in high school or college because it would give students more time to focus on their academics and focus on other abilities and join other clubs without having to take time away to play a sport. And you might cut sports instead of other areas because you could focus on bettering yourself in the classroom, and it would give you more time as well.
Nothing. I just love sports. So it would just be boring.
I think life without sports would be kind of boring because, well, I have two reasons. Because on television, you wouldn't be able to watch sports, and you wouldn't be able to play it either.
Horrible. It would be horrible, and it would be really hard because there'd really be nothing for me to do at recess.
I think life without sports would be a little boring because, well, I know how it feels right now because my season's over, so I don't have any sports and I'm really bored, and sports is kind of my thing to do every day. I think it'd be boring and glum, and people wouldn't stay very fit because sports is like exercise, and we would have like half less famous people in the world. Yep.
So, as you saw in the video, the kids were talking about how important sports are to them, and even though they're young, they still understood that a life without sports can really affect your happiness. So I think that can be said for sports at every level, whether it's youth sports or at the elite level. They're really important to people and to society as a whole. So that's kind of why we determined that it's going to be tough in this particular situation with the budget crisis to get rid of sports altogether.